You know, I've been able to work with them now for basically since the bowl game on. That's been the room, you know, and been excited with how they've approached it, and really excited about how really Tommy and Will and Sean have approached their opportunity now, you know, and that's been the key. Is they both have seen it as an opportunity the whole time, all the way back to the bowl game through. So really excited about how those guys have gone in their approach, how they've watched tape, how they've taken extra time, and those sort of things. So, you know, this summer has done nothing but give me confidence that we, you know, can score a lot of points with either one of those guys in there.
How have you seen your offense develop over the course of spring ball and so far into the summer?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've added a few wrinkles. Obviously, getting some, you know, new blood in here with Coach Parker. He's got some new ideas and things like that, and we were able to see which ones fit our offense the best and kind of integrate them from there. The thing I've seen the most is just the confidence that the guys have, not only in the offense and the schemes, but in the techniques and fundamentals they need to use in order for us to execute. And a lot of times that's the difference. You know, knowing when to use which techniques, which fundamentals, in order to, you know, get open or you know, get the running lane or the block or whatever you need there.
How do you adapt as a coaching staff to new personnel on the staff and getting them acclimated to the players and the staff as well once they get to campus?
Yeah, I think it's a fine line between getting them to fit in with what we do and also letting them be themselves and their own personality. I mean, you hired them for a reason, so they need to be able to be themselves. You know, these kids, the best thing about them is, you know, they can spot fake a mile away, you know, so you got to allow all the coaches to be themselves. And so, you know, getting Coach Parker in, kind of teaching them our system, teaching them our way of doing things while also allowing him to be himself.
Thanks, Ricky.
Yep, of course.
You said after Blue White that you thought KJ was one of the most improved players. I wanted to ask, what has he done that has stood out? And were you talking about the receivers group or all of offense?
I think really all of offense, maybe the whole team. You know, I think that he's really come a long way in terms of his techniques, his fundamentals. He's always had great talent. He's always had great speed, great vision. But now he's really knowing when to use which technique. He knows when to set a guy up, how to set him up for each thing, and he's not just guessing. He knows what he's doing now, and so he's becoming a much more experienced, much more dangerous receiver because of that.
He told me that he had to go from being a rookie to a vet real quick just with guys transferring to the NFL. So how important will his leadership be this season?
I think it'll be key, and I think that's another thing that he's got to continue to develop. You know, I mean, that's not something people just automatically assume you get older, you just have it. I mean, that's something that has to develop, you know, and so I think Coach Parker's done a great job of mentoring him through that. He's certainly, his work ethic and things like that are up there to where he has that ability, especially in his talent, obviously helps him be a leader as well. So looking forward to what he's going to do this summer, which I think is critical.
I talked with them the other week. I learned that the receivers are calling themselves the Bank Boys. I believe that's right.
I've heard that, yeah.
I'm wondering, how high is your confidence level in them, and then how would you describe the confidence level that they have in themselves, and how important is that?
My confidence level in them is extremely high. I mean, I think theirs is growing in each other, you know what I mean, as they begin to learn things and things like that. But, you know, I look at, when I'm breaking down tape, I think to myself, okay, this guy's going to be hard to cover with that coverage. This guy's going to be hard to deal with. This guy's going to be hard to deal with. So I think we've got a lot of guys. I think we've got some depth, which is the key. I feel comfortable with a bunch of those guys in there. And so I think that's where my confidence stems from, is not only from the talent we have, but the depth that we have as well.
I think a lot of fans are probably curious to see what kind of season Justin's going to have, Justin Shorter. What are your expectations for him, and kind of what are reasonable expectations maybe?
You know, I don't like to put any numbers on him, you know, because you don't know. But I think the spring he had, the summer he's already having, the work that he's putting in, those sort of things, I think that he's got a chance to be a very good player in this league and ultimately this country. You know, I mean, he's got talent that's hard to find, especially with that size. And so, you know, we're excited about him. Obviously, he has things he still needs to work on, and he knows that, but we all do all the time, you know, until the day he hangs up those cleats, he's going to have things he's got to work on. So I'm excited just to, you know, see where this year takes him, especially under the development of Coach Parker.
But you have some longevity at Penn State now, so just how comfortable are you at Penn State coaching here, knowing that you've been here for a while now, and how does that help you, whether it's recruiting or in other areas of the game?
Obviously, you know, this is one of, if not the best job in the country. So I mean, I feel comfortable because I'm at a place like that, and I've been able to be here for a long time. You know, when you're a football coach, you don't always get to have your family in one place for 6 years. So when you do, you feel pretty happy about that, you know, especially at a place that your family loves, you know, and wants to stay here for a long time. So, you know, it makes me more comfortable because I know a lot of the things. I know a lot of the answers that the recruits are going to ask. But it's also just a comfort issue in knowing I'm in a great spot, and it's easy to sell something that you actually believe in.